Hey, what's up everyone? It's the Tastemaker and I have a video up for you guys that so many of you guys have been asking me about. I can't tell you how many people have asked me, what's on your eyelid? What's your everyday makeup routine? Da, da, da. So I went ahead and did a double whammy and I did my everyday makeup routine, my foundation, my eye look, what lashes I be wearing, girl. I showed you guys everything but my eyebrows. I didn't do my eyebrows on camera just because it takes a long time and I feel like it's simple as eyebrows. Nobody really asked me about my eyebrows. You guys pretty much always ask me about my eyelashes, what foundation I'm wearing, and what's like my everyday like eyeshadow look. So you guys see the back of my hand looks a little crazy, girl. Y'all gonna have to excuse that. But yeah, so this is my everyday makeup look. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure that you give this video a big thumbs up and leave a comment down below letting me know what your thoughts are on this look, and let me know some of your like holy grail makeup products too. I want to know some of your like foundation routine type stuff. Leave it down below so we can all talk about it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. Next time on The Walking Dead. Girl, I know I look dead. Okay, so we're gonna get right into it. So first things first, you're gonna need the Morphe palette. Now the Morphe palette that I have is a 35N. It's written here at the corner. I don't know if y'all can see that because this is blocking my view. So I use this brush. This is by Bogachis. Who knows? Anyway, the brush looks like this. And I always do my outer parts first, and the reason why, you know, my concealer looks so crazy and I look so crazy right now is because I chose a really light concealer to do this because it really helps the colors pop out. Now if I would have used a color that's closer to my skin tone like I did for the top part of my brows, then the color won't show as well as it will when I do this. So I take this color, as you guys can probably see which two I use all the time. I use this color here and I use this color. So I start with this one and this is what I put on my lid every day. So this is the palette, it's this one right here. So if you need to pause the video, it's that one. So I literally go around like such, and then on the outer parts, bam, look at that. And yes, it does crease because I waited a long time before I actually started to record. So it'll crease up on you, baby. So yeah, you guys see, bam. And these parts I just kind of go over with my finger. I'm not really concerned about that area too much because I'm gonna end up going over that again later. I use tapping motions anywhere where I want to intensify, which is usually the outer parts. I want it to be pretty dark. So bam, that's good enough for me. Same thing to this side. So as you guys notice, I do this before I do my lid color, because sometimes it don't be like intense how I want it. Got some little hairs trying to come out of there. And another reason why I personally like to use the lighter concealer is because it gives you a highlight and you don't have to highlight your brows because they're pretty much already highlighted for you. Now I'm gonna use my concealer. This is the ColourPop Tan 50. I use this on my lid, bam, bam, wham, slam, two little dots like that, and you're good to go. Then I take my dirty little concealer brush. Yes, girl, it's dirty, girl. I need to wash it. And then I go over my lid like such. It's okay if it goes up there a little bit. It's perfectly fine. Don't panic. Relax. It's okay. So yeah, I just go all over my lid like such. Like that. Bam. So then I take this eyeshadow brush that I got from, who is this from? Ruby Kisses. I got this at the beauty supply for $1. So then I go into this color at the very end, and that's the color that I always put on my lid. So I use tapping motions, going up and down. And I usually like to focus on one area before I tap onto the next area. That's just me, shawty. And I do go up above, like, you know, the crease a little bit. So, bam. Like, you guys are gonna trip out. Like, this is literally all I do. Those are the only two eyeshadows that I use. That's it. That is it, girl. That's it. Then the same to the other side. I know y'all was like, girl, I thought your eye makeup was so expensive and complicated. No. Morphe palette. I don't even know how much this Morphe palette is. I think it's like $20. When I got it, it was on sale. But I think they palettes are like $20 or something. I'll link it down below, of course, as usual. It is really important that you make sure that your concealer is blended out properly. You don't want to have any harsh lines, so try to eliminate that if you can. So wham, bam, grand slam. Fanam, scam. Who watches Guapdad 4000 on Instagram? I do. He's like my spirit animal. Like, he is who I am on the inside. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know when you have those days when you just don't feel like yourself? Like, I feel like he just will give you the confidence like no other. Like, if you ever need a day where you need like a little pep talk, whatever the hell. You need a little talk. I like watching his videos because he just makes me laugh. And he just makes me feel like I'm invincible, you know? So yeah, that's what I do. Bam. This is really, like, when I say this camera and this lighting is really washing it out, because what it looks like in person versus what it's looking like on camera is like two completely different things. Don't trip though, girl. I'm gonna get my camera equipment together. I'm gonna get everything together, and next year won't be like this. Oh, this gonna be it for this. Speaking of that, I am thinking about getting a new camera. Well, I'm not thinking about it. I am going to get a new camera. And I'm thinking between two cameras. I'm thinking between the Canon 80D and the Sony a5100. I know those are two completely different cameras made for two different types of things, but those are the cameras I'm thinking about right now. So the eyeliner that I use all the time, if you guys are newbies here, is the brushstroke eyeliner in brush black. And this is by MAC. And I love it. I love it. Okay, so this is my eyeliner. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye, do my lashes, come back, and then we're gonna start on this foundation because it's literally like all I do. Like, it's nothing special. Okay, you guys, so my lashes is still drying. I'll leave a link to the lashes that I always wear down below. But yeah, so now we're gonna go ahead and get onto the foundation. Now, this has plenty of steps, so pay attention, class, cause class is in session. Okay, so the first thing that I like to do is put on this Rose Quartz Crystal Priming Spray by ColourPop. I reviewed this on my channel a couple months ago, so if you want to check that out, I will leave a link right up over there. And yeah, so I just spray my face ever so lightly. And I love this spray. It's actually meant for people that have dry skin. So if you are somebody who has oily skin like myself, you really shouldn't be using this. But I like to use it because it gives me a nice dewy look. I hate when my foundation looks ashy and dry and powdery. So that's something that I do. So that's the first thing that I do. The next thing that I do is prime my face with the Benefit Professional. This is just a little sample that I got for free. I forget where I got it from, but I got it for free. Because I usually, like, I'll get like a full size one, but you know, when they give it to for free, child, okay? So yeah, I pretty much just put that like right up over there, right on the sides of my cheeks. And basically that's where I have porridge as I call it. So I just put it there, and I don't like to blend it into the skin too much. I kind of like to let it almost sit on top like a layer. I don't know why I just put this on my chin, because I had extra. I didn't really need to put it down there, but whatever. So that's where I put this. The Benefit Professional. It helps minimize your pores, so I love using that. So this is the third primer that I use. This is by NYX, and this is the Photo Loving Primer. I use this a lot. I've used this like forever, and this is the primer that I use, and I just put it on all my little cheeks, under my eyes, around, and pretty much everywhere. On my nose. I'm tripping, I forgot about the nose. Hello, can you miss it? And I'm sorry for not looking at you guys during this, you know, makeup tutorial, whatever this is supposed to be. The reason is because I need to see what I'm doing, and I can't do that and look at y'all at the same time. So, and then I always kind of put my eyebrows closer than they need to be for this exact reason, because you can always get rid of that. So yeah, our face is nice and primed. And then I also prime my neck, because you know, you might be wearing something and you don't want your neck to be one color and your face to be a whole different color, because that's not cute, girl. But I'm actually going to do my neck afterwards. I know that's like backwards, but I don't want to ruin my robe, so I'm not gonna do that right now. But I did want to at least prime it. And then what I've been also doing, you just want to make sure you get underneath your eyes. I've been looking for a really good under eye primer, so if you know of any, let me know. Right now I'm using the Too Faced Hangover Replenishing Face Primer. So that's what I'm using under my eye, and I like this because it's a little bit tacky. It's not as oily as my NYX primer, so that's one thing I really like about this. It's tacky, so I feel like the product will. So the two foundations that I use on a regular, because I do use two, I use Fenty Beauty, and this is in the color 450. I need to shake it up, and you guys won't believe what I pair with it. Bam! Guess whose foundation this is? Wet n Wild. So I use Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in the shade Mocha. So I use this and this in cahoots, because this, I like this, but once it oxidizes, it's too dark for me, and I don't want to be that dark. I go ahead and mix the two foundations on the back side of my hand using a concealer brush. This is by Sonia Kashuk, and this was like part of that cute little Target collection they had. So yeah, I just put a couple of pumps on the back of my hand. And I don't really have like a certain number of pumps or anything like that, but this stuff is really watery, so you gotta be careful with it. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, I just go ahead and I put these two on the back of my hand, and girl, I get to mixing away until I feel like it's a color that works for me. Okay. So then I just get the two, you see there in the back of my hand, and I just mix them together until I get what I think is my perfect shade. And then once they're mixed together, I go ahead and apply it to my face. this is what my foundation is looking like so far. We're not finished. So the next thing that I do is use my concealer. Now the concealer that I use is Fenty Beauty. This is in the shade Suede, and this is part of a matchstick. Why can't I talk? A matchstick trio. Okay, so I use Suede. This is what it looks like. I'll show you guys on the back of my hand right here. So that's Suede. And I usually put that down first. So I'll put Suede down for like majority of these areas, like my nose, of course, above the lip, you know what I'm saying? Right up over here. So pretty much like all over my face. Bam. And then I get this area, my chin. I don't want the side of my mouth to be left out, so pretty much put it everywhere, to be honest. Very lightly on my forehead though, right? So bam. I do this first, but I also do something else. So hold on. Don't get too happy yet. We not finished. So I usually look up when I'm doing my concealer underneath my eye, so that way I make sure I get it all up in there. And then I just press it on the side of my nose. And I usually blend this out quickly. I don't let this sit because this almost acts like a transition shade for my next concealer. Because if I left it like this, then, I mean, it's cool like this, but this is almost like, if I'm going for like a really natural look, then I'll just go with this concealer. But when I'm going for like, hello, I'm here, it's the Tastemaker, you know, then I go for this look that I'm about to show y'all right now, okay? Bam. So you see how everything just blends in super bomb, like, you know, that's what you want. So the next thing that I use is the Matchstick Trio, and this is in the color Espresso. I don't know why I'm turning this around like y'all can see. Y'all can't see. But this is what Espresso looks like, and this is my favorite freaking contour shade. Like, it was so perfect. Like, when I seen this, I was like, oh honey, yes, I have to have it. So what I do, you guys see that line that I naturally have? It's a little dark area right there. Same thing right here. I literally go over those parts. So bam, wham, bam. Oh, sorry y'all. Bam, right? And then I don't do my nose. Okay, I do not do my nose. I'm gonna show you what I do to my nose in a minute. But I just put these in these places. Bam, bam. Okay, so we gonna sit this down for now, right? So then this is what I do. I use my ColourPop that I told you guys about. This is $10.50. This is $6. Girl, I love this freaking concealer. It's bomb. So what I do is I go right up under my eye with this one. Right up under there. Do a little triangle, bam. Because this like spreads out a lot, so a little goes a long way. That's what I will say. So you don't have to use a lot of this. And I go right up under my eyes, just like that. Then on my nose, okay. Chin, above my lip. Hit that lip. Hit that lip. Hit that lip. Cause girl, I know I look crazy right now. So now what I do is, I do like to let this sit a little bit, but what I tend to do is I'll blend out the parts that I don't want to be super highlighted. So like my nose, I just want like a gradual highlight for my nose. Else. So then what I'll do is I'll use the side of the sponge, this part of the sponge that doesn't really have product on it, to blend out like the edges so nothing is harsh, right? So now underneath our eye, this is where it gets serious. I go back and forth. I'm too far back, huh? Let me focus this. There we go. Girl, I should have did this a long time ago. What the hell? So you guys can see a little better now. That thing was washing me out so bad. This video damn near over. Okay. And I go up and around. And then there's a part in our inner tear duct. So I just get this brush that we had earlier, and then I just go in with that to get up in that little eye area, because this don't get all the way up in there. And then if I need to get right up under there like such, there we go. So then you see this part is like that. But yeah, so now we can go ahead and do our contour. And then I go on the side of my nose with whatever is left on the product. Whatever product is left on the Beauty Blender, I mean. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face again with this spray. Then, because my Beauty Blender is, well, my, whatever this is called, it's not wet enough. So that's what I do. So now I'm gonna take my Laura Mercier. I usually do a little top off like that, pull it back. So when I do my setting powder, I never bake, never. I literally take this, I blow most of this off. So it should be a very light layer, like such. And then I'll go underneath my eyes. Using very gentle patting motions, and I literally try to do this like, it's not gonna be one swoop, but girl. Okay. So that's how you avoid having a cakey looking face. I don't like cakey face. You know, I don't bake, and that's why. If you do it and it works out for you, that's perfectly fine, but I don't. So yeah, I just press this all up underneath the eye very gently, trying not to put too much, going down and around, spreading out that love and affection. And you don't want to do this too much, because what you'll notice is that your makeup will start moving, and then you'll have like parts that you're setting and they're spotty or patchy. I wanted to put spotty and patchy together, and I was like saying spatchy, but yeah, that could be a new term, spatchy. So then I take this Complexion Perfection brush, and this is by IT Cosmetics, and then I take Blunt by MAC, and then I just go ahead and set this area over here. Now I know like this side wasn't blended that great, but it don't really matter because I'm about to have my hair down over here, so I don't really care. That's why I didn't spend too much time perfecting it. But you see this side is blended because this side is gonna be out. Yes, ma'am. So yeah, I just hit those areas like such. Get the middle part of that forehead. Then I take this side of the brush. Sometimes I put product on it, sometimes I don't, because I don't like a really harsh contoured nose. And what I'll do is I'll go from the sides like such, go down. And notice I'm going into my eyeshadow. So I go in like that, then I go down. And everybody contours their nose differently because we all have different nose shapes. So do what works for you. But this is how I do mine. I go down, I go around and under. And I like to go underneath. Boom. And then when I want a more like pouty nose, then I'll like go on top. But there you have it. So the next thing that I do is I actually put a little eyeshadow underneath here. Sometimes I don't when I want more of a chinky look, but today yeah. So anyway, I use this shade again, and this brush, this is by Morphe. This is a Morphe M574 brush, and I go underneath. Now some people like to do this before they do their foundation and everything, and it's understandable obviously because of fallout and stuff like that, but for me I don't really have problems with that. The reason why I like to do this now is because I feel like the concealer just adds that little, like an extra layer for, you know, your eyeshadow. It acts as a primer, and it really helps it stand out. So then I go ahead and do my lower lashes, and what I use is just Smashbox mascara in X-rated. I freaking love this for lower lashes. This is so perfect if you have small lower lashes. So I'm gonna come in close because you know my shit is damn near non-existent. So I just use motions like such. I don't know about y'all, but I'm still like old school and I like moles, so I always draw a mole on myself. Like, but I put it like where my natural moles are. So I have natural moles here. You probably can barely see them, but because they're covered. But there's one right there. So I do a little small one like that, real cute, real cute. Okay. So then I'm not finished yet. I do always highlight my inner eye areas, and what I have currently been using is a brand that a lot of us don't support, and that is Jeffree Star. Sorry, but I do use his stuff because I did pay for the shit, and I don't know about y'all, but yeah, this cost me $30. I got all this for $30. You think I'm not finna use it? Because I am. But anyway, that's what I've been using in my inner eye areas. But you can take any lighter, like shimmery shade and put it in your inner areas. And this is a lip brush, by the way. This is not even meant for this, but I like it because it helps blend out the inner eye area really nicely. So yeah, I put that there. Put some on this side. And boom, like such. And this is my everyday makeup look, you guys. It's really that simple. I always use this brush for my nose highlight, and this is B34 by Morphe. And I also use Dark Horse. So that was King Tut in my inner eyes, and I use Dark Horse like for more bronzy stuff, like such. So excuse me, that's my nose highlight. And I don't go down the whole nose, I only go like half part, which is kind of weird, but yeah, that's what I do. Okay, you guys, so this is the finished look. This is my everyday freaking makeup routine. So that is pretty much all it is that I do. A lot of you guys have been asking for this video, so I had to get it up for you guys. I had to do it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have a video that you would like to see me do next, then definitely leave a comment down below and I will get it up for you when I can. And until next time, bye.